In this Artsmart review, I'm going to show you everything you need to know about this software. If you have any questions, please be sure to comment them down below, and I'll also be sure to leave a discounted link down there so you can always get your money's worth for Artsmart. Artsmart is a software that lets you create unique AI generated images to level up your brand's marketing strategy. So this is what you should see once you first land on the Artsmart software, whether you are logging in or signing up for the first time. I'm going to quickly go through each feature, and then throughout the review I'm going to dive deeper into each feature, showing you what Artsmart has to offer. So again, this is what you should see once you land on the page. So we've got this section right here, which is pretty much kind of like a dashboard page, and then to the left hand side we have this long navigation bar where it features all of the features that we're going to go through. We have the Artsmart logo up here in the top left hand corner, which is, if you click on it, it takes you back to the main Artsmart page. On the left hand side we've got the apps, the explore page, the playground, social media, my profile, my tunes, and the event logs. Those are all where the features are listed and where the features are featured on the Artsmart area. So let's go ahead and jump straight into it. On the app section, which is what we're on right now, we have pretty much kind of like a quick road to those areas. So for the playground, you can jump straight into it by clicking generate AI images, and it should take you to the playground section right there. To the right of that we have the tunes to create your AI avatars. You can go on that as well. Share on social media takes you to the social media section, hyper realistic, and then outpainting. So it gives you kind of like, again, a dashboard section where you can jump straight into the different features of what Artsmart has to offer. But we're going to go ahead and go on to the next section on this left hand navigation bar. So on the explore section, once we click on that, it should take you to this page. Now this page is really good because you can go ahead and explore the different AI images that have already been made by other people or by AI. So you can scroll over these, and as you can see, each kind of preview or description of it comes up and shows you who it was created by. A really cool feature that I personally really love is if you go down to this icon right here, you can actually use these as inspirations in your own kind of AI images. You can also open it in a new playground if you want to, and like it if you personally like the image. So again, scroll over these, there's loads to explore from. You can see what's kind of trending or what comes up at the top when you first click explore. Or if you want to actually search for a certain one, you can search on this search section right here. So if we search space, we can then see that space or images or AI generated images of space and what's actually correlating with space comes up. So again, hover over these and you can go ahead and see which ones you'd like. If you click on them, it opens up a larger section where you can see the tags of what is actually rendered, and then you can also see the different images that have been generated by AI from that person. So I think that's a really cool feature. You can kind of see the community that is on Artsmart and go ahead and use people's creations or AI's creations as inspiration for your own. So if we click on X now, that's pretty much it for the explore section. I think it's just a really good way to connect with the Artsmart community and go ahead and kind of like and comment and pretty much judge other people's work or the AI work that they've kind of created. So this kind of gives you a preview of what outcomes the software has to offer, and if you like it so far, then there's obviously more to get into. So next we're going to go on to the playground section where we can actually start getting into our own AI features. So on the playground section, this is what you should land on, this is what should come up. It gives you kind of like a creation area where you can create your AI image. On the left hand side we have pretty much this settings section where you can start setting up the settings of what you want the AI to generate in terms of what you want. So right here we have the mode in the settings where you can actually change what mode you want your AI to generate your image in. So we have the standard, semi-realistic, or even hyper-realistic. This just changes the realism of what the software actually provides or what it generates once you actually click generate. So then if you click obviously hyper-realistic, it creates a really realistic AI image. Semi-realistic, obviously semi-realistic, and then standard might create more of a cartoonish kind of image. And then next we move on to the prompt section. Now this section is asking you what you want to see. So it says you can use a single word or even a full sentence, and then this is pretty much the section where you can start typing out what you want the AI to generate. Maybe you want a dog in space or a cat riding a bicycle. This is where you type that sentence. So we're going to go ahead and actually put dog in space, and then below that you can also upload an image, which is a pretty cool feature that I personally like if you want it to actually have a certain type of style. So maybe you want there to be a certain type of image or certain type of generation that the AI comes out with. You can upload your image right there and it creates like an AI version of that. Personally, again, I really love that feature because it kind of just gives you a bit more control within the software rather than generating something random and you might kind of waste your time. Below that, you can actually choose whether you want to set it to public. As you can see before, as we were on the explore section, you can choose to set it to public. And then finally the image dimension, where you can change the height and the width of the image. So you can kind of play about with this, see the size of the image you want. As you can see, as I'm changing it, it changes it in real time. We're going to go ahead and stay with what it was already set at. All the way to the right hand side, we actually have another kind of settings section where you can actually change your presets, images, and image lookup, pretty much the inspiration section right here. So on the presets, you can actually choose whether you want a preset to help the AI kind of generate something for you. If you don't have an image yourself, this is what you'd want to choose, maybe if you want something in particular, which again I think is a really good feature because the AI can help you with that. So you have loads of different presets like animals, photographs, buildings, cartoons, digital, and etc, etc. You can go through these, and as you click on them, it adds their kind of like description all the way into your prompt back on the left hand side. As you can see, the cartoon one has been added. We're just going to get rid of that because we don't want the cartoon one. Let's say we kind of want a photograph. Let's go with this, a photograph. So now it's been added to our prompt. So once you go back, you can actually go into the My Images section as well. If you have any images uploaded, maybe you want to use them again rather than opening up the file again. So this is where they should be saved. And then finally the image lookup. If you want anything in particular, like we showed before, anything to use for inspiration, you can actually search it up right here. So again, it's a nice little section of the software that I think is really well defined because again, you can have more control over what the AI generates. Again, not a lot of softwares have that type of control, which then kind of gives you not really connection with what you're generating or the art that you're generating. Another great feature that I think this software has is the styles and camera angles. Now this is kind of rare to have for these type of softwares because you can actually choose your own camera angles, painting styles, artists, and others. As we open up the camera angles, you can see you can zoom into different sections of the face or of the body. You can also change the shot focus, whether you want it in a different type of focus, rack focus, shallow focus, and others like that. You can change the shot angles, which kind of angle you want, whether you want it from above, down below, different type of picture angles. Next, you can actually choose the painting style. So as we chose semi-realistic, you can also choose what kind of painting style you want, whether it's cartoon or even realistic or hyper-realistic. We're going to actually click realistic for the sake of actually adding it on there to match our mode that we chose. And then we also have the artist. If we want a certain artist style added to our image or our AI image, you can see we've got Van Gogh and other artists. And then finally, on the others, you can actually add trending or even 4K or 8K resolution. So that's pretty much it on actually starting to create your AI image. And I think it's really straightforward and really easy to use. And personally, I really like the playground section. Up here, you have some features where you can edit it like face enhance, upscale, resize the canvas, crop, and stuff like that, etc. Kind of like a normal photo editing software. So now we have set up our Artsmart playground generation image. Now, once you're happy with all the settings you put in, you can go down here to the bottom left hand corner and click generate. And there we go, we have now generated our AI image. Again, I ran through this quite fast to go through all the features, but this is a really great generated AI image. Actually looks really realistic if you think about it, although it is a dog in space. Personally, I really love the outcome though. I think it's a nice little piece of art for what we've actually created. And if you're more creative and into AI, this is definitely the software for you because you can actually spend loads of time on your images and make sure you get the right image for you. So it's a truly great software because you can go ahead and really easily run through it and create professional level AI images. And that's what I really like about it. So if we were to actually do it again, let's kind of just change the prompt. Let's put the cat on the moon, kind of relating to the dog in space. But if we go ahead and just click generate again, it should then generate a cat on the moon. And there we go, we have the cat on the moon, which again, I actually really like this image because it's generated a cat on the moon. Obviously you'd expect it to do that, but a lot of AI softwares don't do it as well as this one. And I personally love how easy it is and great the AI outcome or generation actually appears. So you can edit this again, like I said before, you can crop it. Let's say we just picked crop. You can then start cropping your image and editing it like a normal photo image. And once you're happy with it, download your image right there. And once you get that, it should download your image to your PC. So moving on to the social media section now, you can actually go ahead and post your image to social media. So if we click add another card to actually start this, you can write your caption, image, and schedule your publish right here, and that's the image that we used in our gallery. So you can click use that one to actually click your image and write your caption right there, and then schedule your publish. So if we were to write cat on the moon and then click schedule to publish and click a date, we now have our image ready to schedule to be published. Really simple, straightforward and fast, saving you a lot of time. So I personally like how you can upload it straight away, and maybe you're kind of an AI artist and you have an AI artist social media account, it just keeps you on the ball. So once you click create, it should then schedule your social media post, and then once you actually connect to your social media, it should then release it and tell you if the release has failed. Really simple and easy to run through, and it doesn't need a lot of skills to actually run through this software, which I personally really like in case you're just a beginner. Next, on the My Profile section, this is pretty much just where you have your images. Maybe you want to see what you've created in the past. You can see your images here, your presets if you have any presets, and then your tunes if you have any tunes right there. So that's the image we created. You can see if we can private it, you can see our little description of it. We can edit it, delete it, open it again, use as inspiration, or even set it as our profile picture, which if we set it, we now have our profile picture. That's a nice little feature that I personally really love there. And that's pretty much it. You then go ahead and actually redo that whole process again and create as many AI images as you need to with your settings, different type of settings, and really easy to run through, and I personally love that. And there you go, that is it for the Artsmart software review. Overall, I think this is a great software. I actually really love this software, and there's a handful of features that I personally like. Those features is how easy it is to actually go ahead and create the art or the AI generated art through this software. And not only is it really easy, but the outcome is really good. The AI integration is really well established, and I personally really love it. Would I recommend this to anyone? Yes, I absolutely would. I definitely recommend this software to anyone looking to create AI art. And finally, would I use it myself? Like I just said, I enjoyed this software, I really love it, and I definitely would use it myself. Overall, 10 out of 10 software, and I would use it again. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.